New at 4:30, a Volusia County man is facing charges after police say he called his neighbor a racial slur and set his car on fire. Here's video of the fiery scene. News 6 reporter Lauren Korn spoke to the victim, who says the suspect told him his car was too flashy.
Let the police take
It's absolutely a hate crime. It's absolutely, because apparently he don't like other people.
Ronald Sweet says his neighbor, 56-year-old Joseph Minor, intentionally set his car on fire hours after he threatened Sweet, calling him racial slurs as he watched him wash and wax his car.
He told me that my days is numbered. I won't be flashing anymore.
Around 2 a.m., Sweet says he was home for only a few minutes when he heard a loud explosion.
I heard a boom, and my car ain't got but 50,000 miles. It's like pretty brand new. I seen fire right in the middle, directly under my grill.
There was a loud explosion, like a loud bang, and the car burst into flames.
Cecilia Jones took this video, saying she saw Minor standing by her fiance's car and quickly took off running before the fire.
I just immediately started waking up everybody in the house to get out, call 911.
We're here because you keep having problems with the gentleman upstairs. What's your problem tonight? Nothing. So why is he so upset with you right now? Because you're white.
This is a man who walks around every day with a lot of hatred for black people, and he does not need to be on the streets.
Police arrested Minor, who appeared before a judge on Monday. The judge telling Minor he needs to stay away from Sweet. Police collected evidence from Sweet's car that now has about $5,000 worth of damage.
He just got a problem, but I did not expect him to take it to this far.
Minor's being held here at the Volusia County Jail on $15,000 bond for criminal mischief and arson, but police tell me hate crime charges could be added to the list. At the Volusia County Jail, Lauren Korn, News 6.
Got his car on fire. Here's video of the fiery scene. News 6 reporter Lauren Korn spoke.
Hold on. All right. That's just basically showing another angle of the story. But shout out to Ashton Lewis for sending me this particular story. And yet again, we are back in Florida. Now, I just did a story where a woman in Florida was vacationing with her family, a black doctor, and she gets called racially abused by this white couple at a pool at the hotel. And now we're back in Florida again, where you have this Cape Anderthal set his black neighbor's car on fire because of jealousy. It's envy. Like, that's all I can really boil it down to. He was mad because this guy had a better car than him. And then notice he tried to turn it back onto him and say that the reason why his neighbor was upset with him is because he's white. Yet he was the one that went over and set his car on fire. And when I'm looking and listening to those charges that he's receiving, and I realized hate crime wasn't one of them, I said they're going to drag that out because, see, they know that the hate crime one might actually stick because he actually committed arson, which is another felony. I guess you can tack that on to the 2019 stats because it won't hit the 2018 ones. But it's just crazy, but it's not surprising. I don't know what this family is going to do, because they should consider themselves extremely lucky, because this guy could have went and set their whole house on fire with them in it and they would have burned up. He's very lucky that it was the car, and that I'm very sure that his insurance is going to be able to pay for it and he'll be able to get another vehicle. But all they're saying is that he has been ordered to stay away from him. That means that he can get out of jail. I mean, with $15,000 bond or bail with only 10%, that's $1,500. He can be right back out on the streets just as fast as he went in. And he's going to continue to do it again. And you heard the fiance, she said that he's literally been doing this for a while now. So he's been keeping his eye on him. He said he called his car flashy. He's basically, in so many words, calling this black man an uppity Negro. Like, how dare you have this nice car? This is something that a lot of racism comes off of the heels of them hating when black people excel past them. They could be the most utter trailer trash. Like, if you look at this guy doesn't look like he has much. When I was looking at the footage, he looked like he just came out of the goddamn cave egg. that day. He looked dirty. He looks filthy. And he hates that this black man has a nice car. The black man said he just got the car. It was brand new. And he was mad that he had a quote unquote flashy car. And he didn't. He probably didn't have a car. Hell, he probably didn't even have a bike. He had to walk everywhere he went. And from the sounds of it, that's probably what he had to do. Their racism goes back to pure jealousy and envy for things that we have, whether we worked for them or earned them, or if it's something that comes natural. And they hate it because for so long they've been told and spoon-fed that they are better than us. And now they are realizing that that is not the case, and that they have been lied to. If that's the case, maybe they need to go and talk to their ancestors and deal with them, but they won't do that. They'd rather deal with us because they know that they have a system in place that will work for them. And yet again, like I said, this happened in Florida. Like I said, we just dealt with a story in Florida with a black doctor. Now, I don't know what this guy does for a living, but if he has like this nice car like this guy says he did, he must be doing something right to have been able to pay for it. And I'm sure he worked very hard to get that car. And went over there and set it on fire. And then tried to make himself look like a victim. I did it because he talked about me saying because I'm white. Huh? There they go trying to do that whole reverse racism BS again. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you in the next one.